high glycemic carbs are really underrated. After you look up high glycemic carbs on Google, you may see some things such as high blood pressure or diabetes or heart problems. But in all actuality, it can help you with some great muscle and even health benefits that can really help towards after working out. Now, what is this that I'm necessarily talking about? And what is a high glycemic carb anyway? And why would you take it after working out? And an interesting question you guys might just have is, can eating a candy after working out actually be beneficial? First off, let's talk about these high glycemic carbs, and let me explain what a high glycemic carb is. High glycemic carbs are basically foods such as white bread, white rice, cereal, sugar, watermelon, potatoes, cookies, candy, etc. They all have big GIs, which GI stand for glycemic index. Low glycemic index foods are usually foods such as beans, fruits, oats, nuts, etc. The glycemic index rates the effect of a specific amount of a food on blood sugar compared to the same amount of pure glucose. For example, a food with a 28 glycemic index only boosts blood sugar levels by 28% as much as pure glucose. One with a GI glycemic index of 95 basically kind of acts as almost pure glucose. They classify the GI of foods as either low, medium, or high glycemic, with low being about a glycemic index of 55 or less, medium being about 56 to 69, and then a high glycemic being about 70 to higher. Now, if you guys are enjoying the video this far and I am providing you a ton of value, please make sure to go ahead and leave a like on the video, and also tell me what have you guys learned so much from this video already. But anyway, let's get back into things. Now, why are necessarily high glycemic index foods bad? Well, the concern really stems from the association of how they are included in various different health risks, such as diabetes, heart disease, and even some certain cancers out there. Studies have associated that diets with a high GI usually tend to go ahead and lead to these certain diseases that I have just mentioned earlier. The data suggests that eating low glycemic index foods, such as like whole foods and less processed foods, basically can control your blood sugar levels and keep your insulin levels checked and in a good range. High glycemic foods usually result in a high spike in insulin and blood sugar, which blood sugar is also known as blood glucose. Low glycemic foods have a slower, much more smaller effect, as shown in this graph just right here. This is for average people who just generally just want to eat and be healthy. But what about us, the athletes, the people who work out and actually, try to really take care of our body and want to look aesthetic as hell? The narrative shifts now when you go ahead and you talk about the context of exercise and muscle recovery. One main common goal for all of us to avoid is to build up the excessive amounts of sugar in the blood. As blood sugar levels rise, the pancreas secretes this hormone called insulin. This hormone triggers cells to absorb sugar in the blood, and exercise can help you lower blood sugar levels by increasing insulin sensitivity. Insulin sensitivity allows for the body to use much more glucose in the blood for energy. Moderate exercise has the greatest effect in lowering blood sugar levels. Any form of exercise that's much more intense, just as going on a sprint for example, will force the body to use stored energy in the blood and liver. Generally, after a really intense workout, your body is totally depleted of all of these sugar and energy stores. This basically increases the need for your body to get sugar fast, as your muscles actually want to go ahead and replenish the energy that it just lost from that intense workout. In this case, high glycemic index carbs will be used by your body much more efficiently in this scenario. So consuming a high glycemic index food right after a workout like this would really not have any type of negative effects on your body. Thus, you guys might just gain a lot from eating a high glycemic index meal right after a workout. For me, what I sometimes do is I keep a candy in my car, and what I may do is right after that workout, I may just go ahead and go eat that candy. Man, I really love Twix, me personally, and even M&Ms. So that's kind of like a treat. I treat myself to that, and I then fully know that my body is then using that sugar to actually just replenish energy that it just lost. It's a win-win for me, quite honestly. I get to go ahead and satisfy my cravings while my body actually gets to use that energy quickly to replenish it fast. So between the 15-minute to 2-hour mark is when you should go ahead and pop that high glycemic index carb so that your body body can use it to then restore all the energy it just lost. So to sum it up in short, there is basically no excuse as to why you shouldn't be eating a high glycemic index carb right after your workout. Unless maybe you have some type of health condition of that nature. Of course, I'm not your doctor, okay? But I am definitely advising you guys into something that has worked for me, that I've done research on, that may work for at least the majority of you guys watching this video. Now, while it might be good to go ahead and go find an excuse to go ahead and go eat candy after a workout, you also gotta keep in mind too that you gotta make sure how your body actually responds after that workout. For example, your body might go ahead and actually use the carbs that it just gained much better if it were to eat from like a potato or like an oats or something. Meanwhile, for me, that may not be the case. I may just have to go ahead and go eat candy or something. And maybe for you guys watching, some of you doesn't use the candy that well to help replenish your muscles much better, okay? This is something that should have a replenishing type of effect. So like after maybe about an hour or 2 hours after you ate this high glycemic carb, you should feel much more replenished in terms of your muscles. Like, oh, okay, I can maybe go again. Not fully, but you should feel some type of replenishing effect in your body, okay? So you shouldn't be like, dead and feeling just like you have no energy. You should feel a bit more replenished. So again, find out what type of high glycemic carb works for you. That is my general rule. So that was just something I wanted to go ahead and go share with you guys today, because this is something I found out that not a lot of people are talking about at all in the fitness industry. They really aren't talking about how good high glycemic carbs can be right after a workout. If you guys have enjoyed the video, like and subscribe. Subscribe if you want to, but definitely like the video. And if I have provided you guys value, tell me what type of glycemic carbs are you guys probably gonna go ahead and eat because of this video. If you guys think that you guys will be a perfect candidate for my one-to-one coaching calls, then go ahead and go click the link in the description below and book a free one-to-one consultation call with me, Amarian. This is Amarian, you guys, signing out. Trust the process. Peace.